What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is going to be your review for Black Ink Crew season 9. Season 6, episode 9. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. So, look, Charmaine is back. Okay, she's back in Chicago. She's not quite back at work, but she is back in Chicago. We saw that she hired Kitty last week to sort of be her assistant. Kitty rolls up into the shop, basically saying she's the shop manager. Now, look, I saw this situation from all three angles. So let me go through my three angles. Angle number one, Charmaine's angle. She's dealing with a lot. She's pregnant. Mom just passed away. Dad is distraught. She's like, look, I need somebody to just take some stuff off my plate. Can you come in? Can you be my right-hand man? Can you help me run my shop? I trust you. We have a relationship. Do. From Kitty's point of view, what Kitty heard was, come manage the shop. Things, you know, it's still a new shop. We're still trying to get some things working. I know you have experience. You were the brand ambassador for a chain of shops that were very successful. Come on in and help me run my shop. What Kitty heard was, I'm going to come manage the shop. And while Charmaine's not there, I'm basically her right-hand man. I'm the person that's talking to Charmaine. I'm communicating with her. She pretty much gave me pretty much gave me a free pass to get what it needs to get done. Jess is, and see, here's what I didn't know, y'all. See, y'all threw some new stuff in the sauce. Because, see, last week I was really with Jess because I was like, wait a minute. Charmaine, you wrong. I know that you are grieving and you going through what you're going through. But if that's your business partner, then you owe her that. But then what we found out this week was Jess isn't really the business partner. Charmaine brought Jess on because of her expertise and because she has run a shop before. But Charmaine owns the shop. They are not business partners. They are not equal. Charmaine said her name is on everything. Her name is on the lease. Her name is on, it's her shop. See, that's a little different. Because last week I was thinking, if it's both of y'all shop, then yeah, Charmaine, you owe her that. But you don't. And the one thing I picked up, and I can respect Charmaine for saying is, look, this is what happened over at Non-Mag. Everybody thought that they had a piece of the shop and that they could tell Ryan what to do. We're not doing that over here, and I'm nipping it in the bud before it even gets started. So you did learn something from your years at Non-Mag, because that is exactly the problem that I didn't look at the first couple of seasons of Black Ink Crew Chicago, but the season where I came in on was the season where Ryan was really trying to take control of his shop back, and everybody was like, wait a minute. Like, you can't tell us what to do. You can't do this without consulting us. And Ryan was like, bruh, it's my shop. But he didn't start off that way, so people thought that they had a say in what he did. So I can respect that Charmaine put her foot down and said, wait a minute, I respect you. And I respect what you bring to the table. That's why I brought you on as my partner. That's why I brought you on. But please understand, we're not equal. I'm here, you're here. And I did consult you in the beginning because you've done this before, and I do value your opinion. But please don't get it twisted into thinking I need your permission. So as the episode rolled on, I was like, oh, I see a little bit more of what's going on here. Now, we see Ryan with his son. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all go back and look at my first season of reviewing this show, I couldn't stand Ryan. Ryan Henry. I think I cussed Ryan Henry out every review. Because back then I was still cussing a lot in my reviews. I think I cussed Ryan out in every review. I love the man that Ryan has become. I love the business-oriented person he's become. Someone got in his ear. Someone broke this thing down for him and said, look, you can still be successful with this reality thing while maintaining the integrity of your brand. And that is what he has done, and that is what he is doing. And we saw this scene with him and his son, and I thought it was so cute. I love to see men, especially black men, spending time with their sons and teaching them the right way to do stuff. He was asking his son about girls and, well, how you approach a girl? How do how do you let a girl know you're interested? His son was like, can I get your snap? And Ryan fell out. I fell out too, because he's right. In this day and age of social media, that is how they approach each other. That is how they talk. Trust me, I hear it all the time. Asking for your snap is the equivalent of, yo, can I get them digits? Can I get that number? But what Ryan said to him was, I get it. That's how y'all communicate. But you have to do something to stand out and be a little different. He said, you can still ask the girl for her snap, but why don't you introduce yourself first? Say, hey, my name is, how you doing today? How you feeling today? Okay, well, can I get your snap? I give you my snap. You know what I'm saying? No pressure. And I was like, okay, Ryan, you trying to teach your son how to finesse? Because he's right. You can still ask for the snap, but be a little old-fashioned with it. Girls still appreciate a polite man acting like he care. So that was a cute scene. I thought it was a great scene. I loved it. Ryan said, with everything going on with Glenda, it made him reevaluate, and he has to kind of reset, get back to basics, and so I can respect all of that. So again, Ryan is turning into one of my favorite characters. I love, I'm not character, he's not a character. One of my favorite people. I love Ryan. Now going from Ryan to one of my other favorite people who have evolved into one of my favorite people, Don and Ford. Don is complaining to Ford about him and Ashley. And what we find out is that publicly, Don and Ashley have been putting on a good front, but privately they've been going through. It ain't all, sunflowers and roses, like they try to make out to be on, social media or whatever, that they're trying to work through it, but they really have been going through it. And what it boils down to is Ashley, which I called Ashley Danielle for a whole episode. Y'all know I'm terrible with names. I don't know where I got Danielle from, but her name Ashley. Ashley hasn't forgiven Don for the affairs. Let me say this. Actually, I'm not telling you have to forgive that man, but what I'm going to tell you is, if you choose to forgive him, you gotta let it go. I've said this in my reviews before, and I will continue to say it. Don't tell me you forgive me and then keep throwing it up in my face what I did wrong, because then what that says is you didn't really forgive me. And Don said that is what's going on with Ashley. That every time something happens, every time there's a disagreement, every time he does something he ain't supposed to do, not does something he's not supposed to do, but, is a little bit late coming home from work, or don't call when he's supposed to call, that she immediately gets on the, you must be out there doing what you ain't supposed to be doing, I don't trust you train. And Don's thing is, I can't live like that. So they ended up, her car was broken down, and they got into an argument over the car being broke down, and they really weren't arguing over the car being broke down, because why the hell is it Don's fault that your car going to cost $1,600? And she said, well, it's about finances, and Don was like, but I told you I was going to handle it, so why is it an issue? I told you I was going to pay for it, and I was going to get the car fixed. Why are we arguing over your car breaking down? I ain't had nothing to do with that. It wasn't my fault the car broke down. So then Ashley he said, you can't just trust me. I told you I was going to do it. You don't trust me that I'm going to get it done? And then Ashley now how we went from a car being broke down to Ashley talking about how she don't trust Don because of him cheating on her. See, that's that shit. You can't do that, Ashley. Either you forgive him or you don't. But you damn sure can't take him getting the car fixed as an excuse to throw in his face that he cheated on you. And I'm not saying you have to forgive him. That's why a lot of people can't get past infidelity, because they can't forgive. But if you're going to say, I forgive you, you gotta let it go. It's not fair to him. And I do think that, at least publicly, I don't know probably what the man doing, but at least publicly, it does look like he has tried his best to be a better man, be a better father, be a better husband. Later on in the episode, because I'm just going to get them out the way. Later on in the episode, Don tries to talk to Ashley, and she tells him, like, look, I don't know I've forgiven you. Like, I want to forgive you. I love you, but I don't know if I've gotten past it or not. With that being said, Don comes home, honey. Ashley done packed up and left him a Dear John letter on the bed with her wedding ring. So, who knows what's going on with that chat. Back down to Second City Inc. Okay, so we got non-mag out the way. That's all we dealing with not well. That ain't quite all. So Kitty shows up for work, and Kitty can be a little bit forceful. Kitty can be a little rude. Kitty can be a little out of pocket. And I feel like she was that way. She showed up and she was just like, well, I'm the manager and I'm this. And her and Jess immediately were taking jabs at each other. But remember, that started in New Orleans. Them taking jabs at each other started in New Orleans. And I think that part of the jabs go to Jess flirting with Ryan. Let's not forget about that little piece, because Kitty hasn't. And I think part of Kitty's little jab at Jess is really about her, showing her chest, lifting up her shirt and all that with Ryan. I think that's part of that too. we see Ryan and Kitty go out to dinner, and Kitty is letting Ryan know all the things that's wrong with the shop. And part of the things that she says wrong with the shop is the same type of stuff that used to go on in Non-Mag New York. Black Ink New York. Food, people not clean. She said it's too much empty space. It's not enough clientele coming through. And what I respect from Ryan is Ryan said, sound like a beginner shop. Like, that sounds like the kind of stuff that happens with a beginner shop owner and new tattoo artists and everybody trying to gel. Like, that's what it is. And I think Ryan was talking from experience. I don't think he was saying anything nasty or negative about Charmaine and how her shop is running. I think he was saying, look, those are the bumps and bruises that you got to go through, because I been there and done that. And Kitty was like, well, I'm going to whip them into shape, honey. I'm here for it. I'm time enough for it. And either they going to like it or they not. But, I got to, I'm here taking care of what Charmaine need me to take care of. And I'm going to help turn this into, world-class, type tattoo shop. And so the next day she goes in and she has a meeting with them. I don't think that the stuff she said was ridiculous. She said, I understand that these are tattoo artists and we don't keep bankers' hours. But the fact that it's 11 o'clock and ain't nobody here. Nobody's here. She said that, there was food left out. The lights were still on from the night before. So as they showed up, she wanted to have a meeting with them. She asked them where Jess was. And, old boy was like, what's his name, Fly? He was like, she ain't here. Kitty was like, I see that she's not here, but I really wanted to talk to y'all at one time. One of the things that she said was, we need to start taking walk-ins. Y'all, tattoo artists, drop this down in my comments, because I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was considered beneath you if you took walk-ins. Because here's my issue. If you're booked and busy, you don't have time to take walk-ins. So you saying that you do custom ink, and you don't, your talent is above walk-ins who just want a $40 name tattoo on, whatever. Well, here's the thing. If you have back-to-back clients, you don't have time to take a walk-in. But if you sitting there and you got time to come in at 11 and leave at 3 and do one tattoo in between, nobody's making any money that way. And you just moved there from New York, so your clientele can't be that booked. So, I think of it as like with a hairdresser, like my, where I go now, they're all independent contractors. They have their own booths or whatever. Y'all know how that works. But if people walk in and they want an appointment, if somebody is available, they take the appointment. Like, I don't think they feel like it's beneath them when they collecting that money at the end. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all let me know in the comments if that's a thing among tattoo artists, that's considered beneath you if you taking walk-ins. Like, I don't see how that... But y'all let me know. Because, see, this is new to me. I don't know. I never thought it was a big deal to take walk-ins. But they were acting like she just, insulted them. And then she was saying, so because we're going to start taking walk-ins, I'm going to need y'all to kind of be here. So when people are coming in for tattoos, there's somebody here to do the tattoos. And, Fly was like, we independent contractors. We come when we feel like it. We this, we that. She was like, yeah, but I'm trying to tell you that's not going to work. Ain't nobody going to have a job if the shop closed. How about that? Then she was saying how she wants them to start posting on the social media. I don't think that that's a problem either. Like, you post on your own social media. Why wouldn't you start like she was like, I need everybody to post at least once a day on the shop's social media. That is the game nowadays. That's the new way we are selling our brand to people. We are telling people who we are and where they can find us. You don't have to post art every day. You could just post a picture of y'all in the shop saying, come on down, we here waiting for you. You could post a picture of y'all having lunch. It doesn't have to be, of course, the majority of it should be your artwork. But everything doesn't always have to be artwork. It could just really be, hey, come on down to the shop, check us out, see what we're doing. That kind of stuff. You could post specials and sales, all that kind of stuff. Especially with the holidays coming. Anyway, that's another thing. So I think Kitty has some great ideas, but of course they were giving her the side eye, honey, and they were giving her pushback. And Kitty was like, well, look, I tell you what. This is the direction that we're going in, and if you're not on board, then you can find somewhere else to work. And I always hate when people get that ultimatum, but however, if that's the reality of what it is, and that's the reality of what it is. I always hate when people say that. Well, if you don't like it, you can find somewhere else to work. I hate that. But again, if that's the reality of where they are, then that's the reality of where they are. Charmaine is back in Chicago. You know, she said, I hated to leave my dad, but life goes on. You know, she said, well, she didn't say life goes on. She said, my life in Chicago. You know, she does have a business. She is pregnant. She does have a second job. And I'm sure she had other obligations as well. So they went for the sonogram, and she was like, you know, we don't know if it's a boy or girl yet, but the baby's healthy, and that's all I care about right now. You know, she said it is still hard moving on without my mom, but I know that my mom is, you know, is up in heaven looking out for all of us, you know. So it is going to be, that's not, you know, you ain't gonna she's never going to get over losing her mom. She'll be able to process it easier, and deal with it easier, but it's never going to go away. And so, you know, I just hope she has and I think she does have a very strong base around her. We see Jess give a tattoo, one of her really good friends, and of course she's talking about how she just doesn't feel comfortable in the shop anymore. It was once a place, you know, she came here all the way from London, and, you know, she's not feeling appreciated or respected, and she's going to have a talk with Charmaine when Charmaine comes back. Charmaine comes back to the shop, and it is immediately World War III. Kitty didn't try to bring in some partitions, which I think is a good idea. If I'm getting a tattoo in an unmentionable place, or even a semi-unmentionable place. Like if I'm getting a tattoo on my side and I have to take my bra off, or I'm getting a tattoo on my thigh and I gotta lift my pants down. It doesn't even have to be an inappropriate place I'm getting a tattoo, but I might not want to be laying around with my bra. Anybody and everybody walking around can just see my bra hanging out. You know what I mean? But of course they act like it wasn't a big deal. It's not that Kitty reinvented the wheel. It's just that you didn't already have it and she did it. She also got merchandise. Again, I don't think that's anything to sneeze at. Y'all didn't already have merch. Now, do I think Kitty's coming on a little strong? Yeah, I do. I think she's trying to do too much too soon. Probably. Immediately, Jess, you know, Charmaine is happy with what she sees, and she immediately offers Kitty a permanent position, and Kitty agrees to it. Jess says, wait a minute, Charmaine, can I talk to you privately? This is where Kitty went too far. Kitty starts talking about, well, I don't think you need to talk to Charmaine. I don't think it's any of your business. It's Charmaine's shop. That's not your business, Kitty. Let that woman talk to Charmaine privately. Charmaine can tell her what's her business and what's not her business. That wasn't appropriate. I thought that was doing too much, Miss Kitty. But, and Charmaine's hair looked cute in this little scene. That dress she had on looked cute too. Anyway, Charmaine took Jess into her office, and they proceeded to talk. And that's when Charmaine had broke it down for her and was like, look, this is my shop. Like, I brought you in because I respected what you brought to the table, and I don't do tattoos, and I wanted it to be, you know, a woman's thing, and I wanted your input, but you're not going to tell me who I can and can't hire. I understand that whole thing with Zach went left, but that was a one-time situation. I know, Kitty, this is a little different. I need somebody right now to help me. I don't need anybody that's going to hurt me, you know. And as far as Charmaine is concerned, things have been going well, but that's because nobody was calling you with the bullshit. You know what I mean? Nobody was calling you with the drama because they knew you were dealing with everything with your mom. And basically, at the end of the day, Charmaine was like, well, look, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Like, Kitty is here. I don't owe you that. I already went through all of that conversation before about the non-mag thing. And Jess was like, well, it's either me or it's Kitty. Don't never give no ultimatum if you don't know the answer. Charmaine was like, okay, well, it's been nice knowing you. And Jess quit and let them know she was leaving. And that is where the episode ended. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.